goddess religion is about cycles. The goddess is about the cycles of birth and growth and death and regeneration that play themselves out in the natural world. That's also the basis for ecology. It's also a basic understanding in permaculture, which is a whole system of ecological design and also a worldwide movement that I'm part of. To me, the permaculture is kind of the practical application of the spiritual idea that the earth is sacred. And in permaculture, we have a saying that waste is a resource. You know, if you understand that everything moves in a cycle, then there's no such thing as waste in nature. In nature, a leaf falls and it decays, and that decay feeds the tree and feeds the soil microorganisms and feeds everything else. So when we start putting that principle into play, then we can find resources out of stuff that used to be problems, that used to be waste streams. I gave the example in San Francisco. The city now collects grease from the restaurants, frying oil and used grease, and turns it into biodiesel, into fuel to run the buses. So it's taking this waste and turning it into a resource, and by doing that, we don't need to use as much fossil fuels to run the buses. And that is how I think we get out of this terrible dilemma we're in right now around climate change, how we can actually make this transformation gracefully into a world that's not based on fossil fuels and not polluting the atmosphere, is by looking around and saying, okay, where are there problems? How do we turn them into solutions? It's another permaculture saying that the problem is the solution. Where is there something that looks like a waste? How does it become a resource? And that includes people. There's so many people we write off or we try to throw away as they're useless or they're unemployed or they're delinquents or they're criminals. But if we start to say those people are actually an unused resource, they have skills and talents that they're not being able to use. They're not being able to make their contribution to the community for whatever reason, prejudice or lack of opportunity or lack of skills. If we start to nurture those people, they may turn out to be exactly what we need to get us out of our current plight.